The title is called The Cold Piece, and it's a cold piece because of the fact that I've been called that a lot of times by different men for various reasons. You know, because I didn't make the right decision with them right then, or I decided to leave a situation, or, you know, I had guts enough to go in and get what I wanted. You know, you a cold piece of work, you a cold this, you a cold, you know, so it fit for me. And I think that it will fit for a lot of women. It's a number of things. It has to do with what's going on at home. It has to do with a grumbling stomach, being hungry, you know, not eating. It has to do with a lot of jealousy, just a lot of different issues that kids go through that, you know, people don't really recognize. You know, just to see, I'm at school and I'm hungry, and I know my little brother is at home and he's hungry, and I'm at school and these are the same pants I had on yesterday. I don't have that, and this person may be teasing me or whatever it is, bullying me, whatever, because they don't know my home life. So that causes a lot of friction. It causes a lot of issues, and people are not really digging deep into those kind of things that are going on inside of homes. And my situation, my dad was constantly beating the devil out of my mom, so I had that mentality also. You know, I knew to fight immediately. My dad fought, so if I got to school and it was something, if somebody was being bullied, because I never liked to bully, if somebody was being bullied, I would fight instantly. The person who was bullying, the bully, I would fight the bully. That stuff, excuse my language, that shit takes off all the kids. You know, it turns all the kids into something different. And what was going on in my household was a lot of different things, a lot of different elements, a lot of different layers of shit, of things, excuse me, of things. It was a lot of different things for a young woman. I'm a young woman. I'm a young girl. And I have a little brother that I feel like I gotta protect. So this is just what I knew. And it came up and got older. I wanted somebody to protect me like my dad protected us when he was there, when he was home, when he was not in jail. He made sure that we were okay. So I wanted that same thing. So I went out and found these same kind of guys, and they're not the good guys. Gang life then, the gang life from my era was about money. It wasn't about, you know, I'm from this block and I represent this block. It wasn't about that. It was about money, period. You know, because right now what we are living in and back then was a cold game. And to be in this game, you had to be a cold piece. Decided that that wasn't the life that I wanted, and it was redemption. I had to redeem myself. You know, I had to ask for forgiveness in this book from, you know, various women, you know, for their boyfriends, for their baby daddies, you know, me sending them home after I was done with them. You know what I mean? Lots of differences, because mothers were there at that time. You get what I'm saying? They were there. So if your mom was there, then she made sure her daughter was there also. Some of the heroes, like, you know, some at that point, like I said, this is the crack era we're talking about. So some drug boys were heroes at that time. You know, that wasn't the best way to get it, but at that time, that's all they knew. And if there were kids that were under them, then here's some lunch money, go to school. Here's some money, get you some tennis shoes. Or they would come with a trunk full of tennis shoes and give them out to the neighborhood kids. It was the domino effect. So I can help you out in this way. You guys need groceries here. Your PG&E off here. So they were heroes and villains all at the same time. But they didn't know. Dude, all you gotta do is to be a hero is just do the right thing and do right by the kid in the best way. You know what I mean? Be a big brother. Go join some, you know, go join big brothers and big sisters, and take them to the park. Take them to trips. Take them to Marine World. Take them to New York. Take them out of Richmond once or twice. Just don't know. Oh wow! It took me. I started in 2007. And I started with the title of the book. And then from the title, I did the title of each chapter. And with those chapters, I was just like, okay, this is cold, this is solid, this is cold as ice, this is, so everything, every chapter kind of relates to something being cold. And that's, once I did the titles, then it's true life. So I knew what would come out after it. Once I did the title, I knew it would just unfold, and that's what happened. But life happened also while I was writing, so I wasn't able to be done in 30 days or unfortunately. But here I am now. I'm excited. It's a city of pride and purpose. So by it being that city, and because we love one another, we just don't know it. You understand what I'm saying? Like if we get to a place where we can be drug free and understand that it's okay, because all you got to do is keep faith, keep pushing, keep persevering, you will conquer whatever it is. It's so much fear here, you know what I mean? And if the fear wasn't here, then we can do great things. It's just so much fear. The writing style was just go. It was like I wrote from beginning to end. Like I didn't go into certain parts and just say, okay, I'm gonna write about this today. I didn't do that. I tried to stick to it. Actually, yeah, I tried to stick to it, but there was sometimes like some tragic parts when I got older that I knew that were sticking out in my head more so. And those things I had to get out, at a certain time, whenever it came to me, I had to get that out. So that was kind of my writing style. This is the famous ramp and the famous Nickel Park in Richmond. We came over here and this was the sanctuary where you came and, you were able to be yourself. There was not a lot of adults paying attention to what we were doing outside this area. Yep. And come and just like I said, we had the boyfriends that were playing the ball, and, every girl likes a jock. Mm-hmm. Well, most girls likes a jock. So they were playing baseball, and they would look so sexy in their baseball equipment. Oh my goodness, like the pants with the socks with the stripe up the side. Oh my goodness. It was a couple that and then the bar.
So what can you tell me about this place?
So this place right here is where we moved from the townhouses. Well, we moved from 24th Street to right here. And this is the first raid I was in at 11 years old. That was the first one. So when they kicked that door in, I was in my back room. Me and my brother had a room together. And he was, I think at the time, maybe about 4. And we were terrified. The place is only this big. So once they came in with 7 police officers and 55 out here, it was just like, what the hell is going on? At the time, we supplied everybody with like firecrackers and ices, and we sold, those things to all the little kids, like 25 cents for icy, 25 cents for a pack of firecrackers, 75 cents for a pack of Red Devil firecrackers. Man, it was cool. It was a lot different. It was a lot different than this, a lot more different. But at the time, this was one of the neighborhood projects, and it was kids everywhere. Like right now, at this time of day, I know some kids are coming home from school, but it would be kids everywhere, walking together in packs, in groups, still playing, still talking, just excited. And this was us. We moved out of here when the raid happened. We were evicted. So we had to go to the next housing projects, which were Crescent Park. So we went there after here. I just remember my mom saying that we were moving to something bigger and better. And at the time, it was me, her, and my little brother. So we did actually move to something bigger and better. I had my own room, he had his own room. So here we were in a room together. So over there, we moved to 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, upstairs, downstairs. It was a totally different situation. And that's the door. Right there. It seems so little now. was big when I was a kid. It was like they took this down because I know this gate had to be like at least right here. Changed it a lot. But you know, some people still gotta do what they gotta do. This was the house that we moved into after we came from Kennedy Manor. So after coming from Kennedy Manor, we came Crescent Park. And when I say 4971 in the book, this is the house. From Kennedy Manor, where we were confined, to come into this with upstairs, downstairs, living room, kitchen, we were excited. Like I said, it was like a whole big old, it was like a townhouse. And it's still a housing project. But to us, it was a townhouse. The book, A Cold Piece, it's at www.coldpiece.com. You gotta read it so you can know the whole Richmond story. Well, my Richmond story is basically everybody's Richmond story. This is, I mean, if you look at it, you could just tell it's a step up from, you know what I'm saying? And we were excited about the whole situation, you know. And then the door came in again. When the door came in again, we were moving again.
What happened this?
When the door came in, it was about 4 in the afternoon. It was like right after we got out of school, and they came with the whole battering ram, and that's when they started the battering ram situation. So they came with the battering ram, started with the battering ram situation, and that's how they kicked the door in. And we were all coming in from school, so we were here, like fixing tuna sandwiches or whatever, and eating. And before you knew it, the police was like, "Have a seat in the living room," and they had all the adults again handcuffed in another area. So I mean, it was heavy. It was heavy, but you know, it was what it was. So at the end of the day, now the average person would look at it like, damn, you know, but at that time, it was just normal. I'm not gonna say that because I always got this butterfly in my stomach, like, what the fuck? We gotta, you know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, I liked it. I liked my room back there. I hated to move. I really did. I hated to move. And then this community, Crescent Park, was filled with lots of kids. Like, and in the book I say, the kids here were different because the moms drove Volvos and, you know, they were going to work, and it was just a totally different atmosphere from where I had just came from.